point I told her, because of all the delays, I was like, see, this is the girl I want, right? If it's not her, I don't think I'll probably get married now. Like, if she leaves, right, it might take me ages before I get married. I might even not get married.
That's a lie.
That's
That is a big fat lie.
But that's what I told her, right? And I think after
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
Let's get into it.
yeah. So what's the topic for today?
Okay, today we would like to share what we had to go through before we finally were able to get married. Like, be it what family members were thinking. I mean, we are in an African setting, obviously. Families come into play,
Yeah.
and the comments people had to make, in relation to how you should live your life. I mean, and then lastly, we talk a bit about finances, what we think is necessary before marriage, or on the no, I think that should be a different topic because it's broad, right?
Yeah.
So, what our financial situation was like before we got married, and at what point we thought we were ready or we could like give it a try. No, not a try, like give it a go. Yeah.
So where do we start from? The family aspects.
I guess.
So it has to do with between the period we started preparing for marriage.
And the period we actually got married.
Yeah, so
okay, that's right.
I think we started preparing for marriage somewhere 2018. No, it wasn't 2018. We were done with uni 2016, right? Yeah, we started preparing for marriage, I think a few months after uni.
Yeah, that was during our national service.
So it was when we started preparing for marriage. Like,
when we
20. So I'll say beginning of 2017.
But the thing is, we actually used to talk about marriage. I think our final year in school.
Yeah.
But we were worried about finances, where we had to stay, what we had to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because we in Ghana here, I mean, you don't just get out of school and then just grab a job. No, you don't, unless maybe you are really like, people.
Yeah.
So we are like, whom do I know? I don't know anyone. Like, it's like he doesn't know anyone. So we are like, okay.
I know you.
No, you know me. I don't know anyone. You know me, and I don't know anyone.
Yeah, my
so
connect.
you don't. So I mean, I'm like, okay. So let's see how it goes. So after school, we started putting some monies down.
Yeah. So into the family issues. First off, to me was most of them were saying I wasn't old enough. But one cousin of mine also told me this, that am I really ready for this? But the question I asked was, are you ever ready for marriage? Or at what point do you tell this person is ready or not? It might be your finances or something, but I don't think there's a point where someone is able to tell that this guy is ready for marriage, this girl is ready for marriage. You're able to tell yourself that I am ready. I feel like I can do this. I know I can do this. So that was it for me, because most of them were like, I wasn't having like a stable income. That was the main.
But were you having a stable income? You were.
I wasn't. They were concerned. It wasn't like most of them asking these questions where it was out of greed or out of hate or anything. No, they really love you and they are concerned about what would happen after marriage. It's not really.
Most of them. The thing is, most of them, but not all of them.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people have genuine concerns, but for others, they are like, oh, whoa, I'm older than this guy, you know, I have a stable job. And probably you haven't met the person you think is good for you. I mean, that's what you might be lacking, you
Yeah.
know, you wouldn't know. But for someone to be sure about whom the person wants to be with or get married to, I mean, you cannot be too you cannot be like 100% sure, but at least you know that there is a higher probability that this is the person for me, this is the
Yeah.
person Allah chose for me, okay? So some people, just like I said, genuine concerns, but for others they're like, no, you are not there yet. I have to, you know, in Africa too, I don't know if it's peculiar to our situation, but some people are like, okay, I'm better than you, especially the age, I'm older than you, so why is it that? And then our mothers too do not help the situation. Some of them go like, yeah, excuse me, I'm speaking outside, your yayanka or something, that's your brother, your older brother or your elder brother is not, I mean, married yet, and you the younger one think you can
You are
just,
in a rush
you know,
to-
you're in a rush. So they, yes, that's the way they perceive it to be a rush because the older one is not yet there, you know. But it's not a race. That's what I sincerely believe in. And if there was a situation where my younger sister had a chance to get married before me, I mean,
So what were some of the issues that the family raised on your side?
oh, for me, I would say my side of the family, because again, because I am the female, you know, usually they advocate for us females to like just go into the marriage, you know, in quotes, what are you still doing at home? Like, why aren't you married yet? So in as much as for you they were thinking that you were in a hurry, for me they were thinking that what are you still waiting for me, in my case, I already had someone that I mean, like I already had someone that I knew that this is the person I wanted, okay? So the influence,
You already had the love of your life.
I did. Yeah, I did. Stop flattering yourself. I did. So because Malik's family were kind of not really into
Yeah.
his quest to get married. They were not really into it. They were like, oh, you're too young and all that. So there was pressure in between. You
Yeah,
get it?
yeah.
Because my people, he was sure that, okay, I wanted to marry Samira. I was sure, okay, it's Malik I wanted. But his people were delaying him.
You know.
Because even when he had a stable income, they were still delaying him because they thought he was young. And my people were also like, you know,
It was
you
like,
are saying,
we were going here and you guys
know,
were
you're
coming
like, hey, you've been out of school, and it's not like people are coming to ask for your hand, and you're too sure it's this guy and all that. At a point, I got so worked out. I'm like, Malik, you know what? We are done. And he's like, what? Why? What happened? I'm like, Malik, I can't do this because the pressure has started getting to me. I have tried so hard to, I mean, suppress it, but it's not working, trust me. And my auntie here would be like, okay, I have this guy from this thing, and then I think it'll be good for you. You know, the matchmaking was becoming too much for me. And I'm like, no, but for the support of my mom. Oh God, thank God for that woman. My mom would be like, Samira, I wouldn't force you to do what you don't like. So in as much as they tell me that, you know, they tell me that they need you, or they would like to hook you up or whatever with their sons and all that. I'm also looking out for you, because when you go there and you are not happy, I mean, it's someone you don't want. I will be affected too, because I'm your mom, so you would keep coming to me, which I don't want. You get it? So she was like my biggest inspiration, my biggest support. Big ups, mama. Well, like, thank you very much. I love you so much. So that was basically it. And then after that, how do you get your people to bring the knocking and all that?
I think I had to let them know that this was it for me. Like, I wanted this, this wasn't for me. I remember at a point my mom was really indifferent about it. She was like, well, if that's what you want to do, fine, but you have to at least you have to let everybody has to be okay, that like has to be in support. They have to be in support that this is what you want and we would also follow you, because I obviously I can't go alone to her family and be like, hey, I want to marry your daughter, give her to me, blah blah blah. So yeah, she was really indifferent, and it got to a point I told her, because of all the delays, I was like, see, this is the girl I want, right? If it's not her, I don't think I'll probably get married now. Like, if she leaves, right, it might take me ages before I get married. I might even not get married.
That's a
like,
lie.
I,
That
that's
is a big fat
what,
lie.
but that's what I told her, right? And I think after like a week or two, she went to meet a few of my uncles and my aunties to tell them that, hey, like, the guy is serious. Please, if he wants to do this, let him do it, right? And the next month they went to see the family, and even that.
Even after the knocking, oh my God,
It took like 2 years, right?
No, almost
A year
like a year and a half. I was so pissed. I'm like, this is not done where I come from. The struggles. I'm like, what are we waiting for? We are ready. After the knocking, okay, they brought the knocking, all right. Where I come from, right after knocking, we are expectant. Like, okay, so when is going to be the date for the wedding? When is the date going to be set? And stuff like that. But I don't know how it's done from this. So I kept asking him, and then it got to a time it was a lot of pressure. Like, I'm not even. It's a lot of pressure. Because I'll go to my blah blah blah, Malay, see where the knocking has, see where it's getting to. It's almost a year, and we are still into this. We are ready. I think we are ready. And I'm like, so, it's not like I'm being pushy. I'm being pushed, because they are sure. I've been able to convince them that this is the person I want. And knocking. I kept telling him, I'm like, if I knew it would take this long, I just would have. I mean, Malik, I would have just made them tie the knot. We don't need all this ceremony for anything, because the knocking was there and it's taking too long for the knot to be tied. My people are just being so stressed that they're like, why this? Which kind of family are you entering into? Why are they like this? Maybe they don't like. That's where the comments started coming in. Maybe they are not so much into you. Maybe you are being pushy. Maybe this guy is not good for you. He might be even having someone somewhere, and someone was like, maybe his family member, that one, maybe his family members have gotten someone for him. You don't know. And like, Malik, really? And then I'll just pick up the phone and go, Malik, really? Maybe they have some. Oh my God. Nah.
It was a really stressful point in our lives. Like, it was so stressful.
And I remember what you kept telling me. That no one can force me to do what I don't want to do. Let's just give it time. When we get married, everything will be over. I know my people. I could just pick up the phone, like, can I meet you? Like, I'm done.
Yeah, I remember that, like it was like she kept saying I'm done like every week. Like, because of the pressure, she could call you and like, can we meet? I'm tired. Can we just end this? Like, can we end this and go our separate ways? I'm just tired. This pressure coming, I'm just tired. I'm like, hold on. Like, everything will get better. Let's just relax. Let's just do what they want us to do. We'll keep giving them pressure. We'll keep telling them what we want to do. We'll keep pushing, but let's just give it time. Everything will work out. And yeah, inshallah.
It has worked out.
Yeah, it did.
And after after marriage, it's like all the pressure was like,
I know, right?
vanished. No one. I mean, no one even interferes. again, that's our personal story. We know there are lots of marriages, or we are not trying to say our marriage is perfect. No, all the pressure, in our case, the pressure came before marriage. Right after marriage, I said, let's just leave them to live their lives, you know. And then when it got to the financial situation,
before marriage, the financial situations, it was hectic, man. Because at a point, I remember we were like using all that we earned for that month. We bring it together and use it to buy something. Do you remember that? We bought. We didn't even have a room yet. We didn't know where we would be staying, but we were buying like. We bought a fridge. We bought a couple of house stuff, right? Even before we got a room or a place to stay, right? And it was hectic because after working for a month, for like the whole month, you are being given your salary. You use like 99 or let me say 99% of it. You use that to just go buy something for your marriage, right? like, I'm like, oh shit.
Serious,
Right?
man.
It was, I'm like, but really, I wanted to do it. I really wanted to do it, even though it was hectic. It was something I wanted to do, so I never thought twice about it. So yeah, with the finances, I think most of the pressure we were together, so we did like almost everything together. Yeah. So that was it for the. Yeah, it wasn't for that part. We wanted to do our own thing. So
that one was easier,
Yeah,
I guess,
yeah.
you know.
It was-
It took a while, but it was easier. And then for the fact that we did whatever we planned on doing, even from before, I was so excited because I'm like, oh, okay, this really worked. And most of the things I think worked out for us because we were actually this communicating very well.
Yeah.
Because I would never do or go buy something without letting him know, and he would do same, you know. So it was much easier. There wasn't like double buying of stuff. You know, if you
Yeah.
buy something, oh, Mira, I got this. Okay, like I got that. Okay, so I think we are getting there, and even up to the day that we got married, it was just that we wouldn't say we didn't get advice from outside, but as to what we took in
Yeah.
as advice solely depended on us.
Us, yeah.
You know, so if someone comes and tells you do this, do that, okay, I have heard.
Yeah.
But as to whether I will or not do it,
Yeah.
that is peculiar to me or him.
Yeah.
Like we would definitely, when you tell us, we definitely discuss.
Yeah. Oh, this person
Said this. Do you think
What
we
do you
should do
think we
this?
should do about it?
Oh, okay, I think we should do it. Oh, I think we shouldn't. Okay, then that's it. We are not doing it. So we are not taking advice from you. We will listen, all right, but we don't take all advices. I think that really worked for us.
Yeah.
Because from planning the wedding and how it will go, from the choice, the color choices, everything was us. We would get ideas from a friend, usually Lalo. Yeah, about the deco, the organization,
Yeah.
and then Nafisa. And then a couple of our friends, Dola and Co. And
Comments
yeah,
before marriage.
comments.
And your favorite part. Comments.
I can't talk about that. I'm getting emotional.
No, I think you should. It's part.
No, please talk about it.
Well, on my side, aside what I said, the family issues, you know, there were friends who thought, sincerely thought, we are not ready, right? But, and I had a friend in particular who came to me to tell me that, are you sure? Are you really sure this is it? And like my mind was already made up that yeah, she is the one. Like, let me just make that mistake. If it's a mistake, I want to make it right. My mind was just side up. She is the one, and this same person after marriage came to like tell me, oh, how great we've been, and he also wanting to get married, like all this stuff. But one person who really pushed me on, like, was Dollar. Like, he's a good friend of mine. Like, when I told him I wanted to get married, I was like, Charlie, I don't, me and Samira they can't marry, oh. We they plan marriage, blah blah blah. And he was like, Charlie, sharp. You guys said the dates.
And
Like,
I did. Oh
I was
my
like,
God!
he, he never for once doubted
He
it.
doesn't.
Like, he never, and I was so grateful for that. He was one of the guys, and Wahab as well. I think most of these guys knew where we've been through, like what we've been through over the years, so they sort of felt we were ready for this. And yeah, big ups to him, man. A lot of people. Lukman.
Thank you.
I remember Lukman, man. Like he was super. Like I kept telling him a lot of things whilst we were in the planning stage, and he kept pushing me. Oh, you guys can do this. Like it's easy. It's easy. There was also Presdo. He's also a good friend of mine, but he's much older than me. But he was like, Malik, you guys don't have an issue, Charlie, sharp. Like you guys will be able to do this easy. It's not. So these were the guys who were really pushing me that Charlie, you go fit do it. Like you can do it. It's not really a big deal, but you can
But
do it.
you know why they were really supporting you? Because in our setting, it's like the guy, they believe the guy does a lot of the, but for the female side, it's like you are the one that is going, and that someone is coming to marry, you know. So as to whether this push will be there, no, it's questionable. No one pushes you. Oh, go. I mean, your relatives will push you because they feel you are being delayed and all that. But for friends, they are just waiting for the date. You know, they're not giving you any. But I think we should encourage more of that. You know, friends encouraging female friends. I mean, get married if you think he's
If
the
you
right
want
person.
to.
If you want to and you think he's the right person, you guys can sort it out and then get married. But they're just waiting for date. I mean, but for comments from my session, it was a lot. When I talk about a lot of it, I'll just get emotional and I might cry. I hardly cry. I don't want to cry.
Talk about the party you wouldn't cry.
Yeah, I'm talking about the part that we didn't cry. But you think it's so bad, I have to cry. Someone once told me, do you think the guy you are going to get married to is wise enough to take decisions?
Oh, really?
Wallahi.
You didn't tell me this.
Why would I? do you think the guy you're going to get married to is in at the wayo? It take decisions just because the person saw the person and the person is like a young guy and all.
Oh, so the person saw me.
Yeah, the person saw you with me one time. They're like, I don't think this guy is good enough to make good decisions. Just by the look on the on the person's face.
Wow.
And then another person told me that, for the young guys who have come of it, why don't you look for a person who is a bit old? They really take good care of women. Really. Yeah, they do. If you are going to get married to a young guy who is just like a year or two older than you, why don't you rather go for someone who is older than you and know that he can make bold decisions? And I told the person, for that one, sincerely, I couldn't take it. I had to retire. I told the person that, do you think age actually determines how wise you are? Some old men, excuse me to say, are fools. they don't make good decisions. They are not wise at all. And some young men, I said, in as much as they are good men, they are older men that are good. We could as well have younger guys that are even better.
Yeah.
So you don't get to tell me what to do. Let me just like you said, let me just go make my own mistake. Another friend of mine, a very good friend. I don't even think that friend of mine can remember what she said to me. My friend told me, hey, so you are with this guy. I'm like, yes. And so what's up for you? She's like, oh, we are still doing our service and we are still putting finances together to get married, because I know definitely when you get and then you do the basics, the push should be there. So that's what we are doing. At that time, she was almost getting married or something. I don't even think she would remember. That's the issue. And then she went like, hey, as for you, this one girl, nkola. Hey! Since then, I stopped being friends with her. And then I just continued to do my thing. And inshallah, alhamdulillah, we are here. Allah made it a success. And we just thank God for that.
Years to come.
More years to come, inshallah.
Inshallah.
I just don't want to go so much into the comments because they are a lot. Yeah.
So that's it.
That's just a brief, okay, of what we had to go through before we got married, and we went it here, right?
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Alright. Bye bye.
Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, the notification bell, hit it, and then we'll give you more amazing content, just like we said in the beginning. Bye.
You and who?
You.